Brandon Ingram. At center, Jackson. Hayes. At center, Jackson. Hayes. And now, your San Antonio Spurs starting lineup. At the power forward position, 6 feet 10 inches, number 19.
Welcome, everyone, to NBA basketball here on 2K Sports. Tonight, it's Noche NBA, a celebration of the amazing Latin culture in this league and its fans all around the globe. A great tradition we get to enjoy. And our broadcast team tonight, Greg Anthony here to my left and Steve Smith to my right. And the Hall of Famer David Aldridge along the sideline. D.A., take it away.
Well, the NBA changed the lottery odds in 2019 to encourage competition among its conference's least successful teams. But some want even more to be done. They call for eliminating the draft altogether. Another potential solution? A play-in tournament for teams 7 through 10 in each conference, which would eliminate the need for trying not to win as much as possible during the regular season. However it's done, the league has stated its desire for parity. Kevin?
Great, D.A., thanks. And a look now at San Antonio's upcoming schedule. On Friday, they'll be matching up with Al Horford and the Philadelphia 76ers. Then on Sunday, they'll be facing Hassan Whiteside and the Atlanta Hawks. And the starting lineup for the Pelicans, Ingram the 3 and Zion the 4. Then it's Ball and it's Hayes in at the center. And for the Spurs, they've got DeJounte Murray. Johnson is out there with LaMarcus Aldridge. And it's Zimonjic in at the 4 spot. Well, Smitty, for players and teams that are out of the playoff hunt, how do they stay motivated here to go the rest of the season every night, every practice, every trip?
And I think that's when the organization, your captains, your coaches, you got to talk about being a pro. Sometimes you lose focus. You're not in the playoffs, and maybe your team that was supposed to be or not slated to be in the playoffs, you still are a professional. You have to have a professional approach.
Murray with it. Outside, Walker. And the pass to Zimonjic. And oh, the block shot grabs it out of the air. Here's Ball. And he lobs it up toward the rim. And the dunk by Williamson.
And yeah, he's 280 pounds. We've never seen anyone hang in the air like this young man. Williamson is special.
And Murray, here we go. Knocks it loose. To the paint, here's Zimonjic. Oh, and there's the one-handed jam.
I mean, that's a nice find by Murray. He has the height to see the floor, and his awareness continues to grow.
Good for the basket, starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
No excuse. You have to be aware. He should be on your radar all the time.
Kicks it out to Johnson from outside the arc. Rebound by Alexander Walker. Johnson against Ingram. Ball, the pass to Ingram. Pass to Alexander Walker. Now Ball. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And that's out of bounds. New Orleans will retain possession. We're just about 2 minutes into the first quarter. They get it back. Hayes makes it off the glass.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
Ball against Murray. Lets a floater go. Ball with the rebound.
And the pressure he put on that shot forced the miscue.
The rim protection at its finest. The result is the same whether you block the shot or simply change it.
Spurs trail by 4. Just over 2.5 minutes played here so far in the first quarter. Johnson, good.
Just reliable, guys. He's just always trying to make the right play.
Ball feeling it out a bit. Here's Alexander Walker. That falls. Nice feed that time from Ball.
Excellent move to score the basketball despite a weak pick.
Murray dishes to Walker. Back to Murray. Back to Walker. From deep, sinks the three-pointer.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Now, here's Ball. No points in the game yet for him. Just over 3.5 minutes gone here in the first. Now, Williamson. In close, he hits it. Williamson's got his second basket of the night.
And Williamson, such a unique prospect from a physical standpoint, can get anything he wants in that paint.
Now, here's Walker, coming off a solid outing against Phoenix. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
And you think of the resiliency of New Orleans. It feeds into the ethos of their sports teams, wouldn't you say?
Absolutely. Certainly the Pelicans have had their challenges too. Injuries, turnover, and leadership. You can't give up, though. I think that's something this organization and the fans can relate to.
That one is off.
And you look at all the under-the-radar prospects that have found success with the Spurs. How do they keep hitting on all these players other teams have missed?
They do a great job with their player development. They also do a great job identifying players with great character. They have guys who work extremely hard. They have great coaching, and they teach. But more importantly, what they do, GA, they give you confidence. And that's where I think the Spurs separate from other organizations.
Now here's Murray, following the miss by Lonzo Ball. Walker the pass to Samanic. Fires from 14. No good that time. So the Pelicans will take it the other way. Their last game, a win against San Antonio, looking to carry that into this one.
Really consistent with their aggression. In that game, we saw very few lulls from an intensity standpoint.
A couple things stood out for me. They were relentless, and they also played under control. That's a deadly combination.
Murray against Ball. Murray surveying the D. Here's Johnson. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. Murray's got 3 assists tonight.
Love Murray's scoring potential, but the development of his playmaking may be an even higher priority.
Here's Ingram. It's good, only a few seconds into the shot clock.
Just taking what the defense allows, and that's a shot he'll make all night.
And so it's Murray who brings the ball up for the San Antonio Spurs. They trail by 3. Their last meeting was in New Orleans, where they were unable to fight off the Pelicans.
Well, when you're facing a team that's feeding off the crowd's energy, you have to bring your A game, and they didn't do that defensively.
It looked like there were communication breakdowns all night. Deadly, especially when you're on the road.
Johnson for 3. It's rebounded by Hayes. Hayes has got rebound number 5 here tonight. And that one's good. Ingram.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
And San Antonio calls the first timeout of the game. Well, Steve, it doesn't matter how they do it, but there are some players, as you know, that can get into another player's head. I guess like a Dennis Rodman, but there are a lot of them now that play and use that tactic.
Yeah, Draymond Green, Kevin, Patrick Beverly, Chris Paul, I think is one of those guys. P.J. Tucker, he doesn't really talk, but he has a lot of antics. There's a lot of guys that like to get in your head. Also, Joel Embiid is one. He does it extremely well.
Rudy Gay's checked in for San Antonio, and he makes that one.
This is his wheelhouse. LaMarcus Aldridge, unstoppable from mid-range.
Pelicans leading by 5. Ball, the pass to Ingram. And it's Ball, that time on the assist from Ingram.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Murray kicks to Johnson. To the left side wing. Aldridge with it. Hayes on him. It's rebounded by Hayes. Hayes has got 6 rebounds now in the game.
And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backboard.
Spurs trail by 7. Gay finds Murray. Back to Gay. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. And here's Walker. He's a good contributor to his team, averaging about 10.5 points a game. 6 on the shot clock. The Spurs need to get a shot off here. Johnson can't get it to go. Pelicans leading by 7. Here's Alexander Walker. The rebound by the Spurs.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
Here's Gay, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's going to be on Zion Williamson.
Gotta appreciate the physicality of Gay's game. A strong athlete who forces the D to hit him inside.
It's his first trip to the line.
Some players never recover from a torn Achilles. Rudy Gay has come back and as good as ever. Still one of the most productive small forwards we have in the league.
Looking at who's out there now for the Spurs. Trey Lyles checked in for Aldridge. Joe Harris comes in for Johnson. Whitey's checked in for Lonnie Walker. And it's Mills in for DeJounte Murray. Adams dishes to Holiday. The 15-footer. A rebound by the Spurs. Gay's got 4 rebounds now tonight. And Steve, the size and athleticism of Gay has always set him apart at that small forward position.
He's able to make something out of nothing, playing over the top most of the time of his defender. He is dangerous.
Shots good by Mills.
Nice choice by Mills, a guy who loves the pull-up jumper. The floater is very close to that.
Outside Holiday. And he's going up for the alley-oop. And the dunk by Williamson.
Long and wiry. Drew Holiday, tough to contain when he runs the pick and roll. Draws the defense attention, then drops the dime.
Now here's Mills. He averages about 5 points a game. To the right side. White, wide open. He fires. Off target from outside. Redick passes to Holiday. From down in the low post, it goes. Now it's a 7-point Pelican lead.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
Harris outside. Back to Lyles. On the wing, Harris. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Lyles no good. Pelicans leading by 7. Holiday, the pass to Wilson. Oh!
He went high.
was nice. Well, what a dunk artist this guy is. Whenever Williamson takes flight, you're just expecting to see something special.
Now here's Mills. Score the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
Here's Adams. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the D.
The Pelicans shooting their first free throws of the game.
Jaden Adams at the line for 2.
The first free throw is good. Both good from the line that time.
We've seen him put a lot of pressure on the defense and then cash in at the line.
Pass to Lyles. Kicks it to Harris. 56 seconds left in the first. From about 16, and it's in after a nice bounce off the right side. 40 seconds left to play in the first. Holiday with it. He picked up 15 points in their last win against San Antonio. And he drops in the layup off the glass. And the Pelicans lead by 9.
And that's the pressure Holiday puts on your defense. Sees the opportunity, gets his shot inside.
Here's Gay, another key contributor to that nice win against Phoenix. Right wing, the three from Mills. That shot off. And so it's New Orleans. Ahead by 9 as the quarter comes to a close. Their defense has been terrific in this game. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. And we return to the second quarter, and Noche Latina specialized jerseys on display. Welcome back, everyone. And looking at what we've seen from the Pelicans, what do you guys think?
Well, they've been aggressive from the beginning, particularly on the offensive end.
And that has helped them build an advantage here, playing with good focus and good energy.
We've got Derek White, Trey Lyles out there with Rudy Gay, and it's Mills, and it's Harris in at the small forward position. So that's who San Antonio starts the second with.
And look at how quick he was to bite on the pump fake. Left his feet way too soon.
From the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, my cousin LaMarcus Aldridge is not the flashiest player, but he is respected. His former teammate in Portland, C.J. McCollum, said he hasn't changed his game to try and fit the new NBA. He shoots mid-range, scores under the basket, strong as heck. He knows who he is. And Kevin, LaMarcus isn't really my cousin, but his game never goes out of style.
You're right, D.A., and he is still getting it done. Thank you. And as the Spurs enter a new era, Patty Mills providing that carryover from their championship past.
Yes, he's taken on a big leadership role. The feisty little guard willing to speak up and teach the younger players the Spurs way of doing things.
Outside, White. Pass to Gay. You know, Smitty, NBA referees, officials now have a presence on social media that's aiming at educating fans on calls and why they're made.
Yes, and I love it, Kevin. If you have these demos and talk about plays and games and situations that you're educating fans, it's just that fans look at it when these referees, who are human, miss calls, and then they want to re-show these plays that they missed. We still got to understand they're human and they're going to miss some calls.
Well said, Steve. And he makes the first.
A talented, versatile player who has been on a few teams, Rudy Gay is still going.
He hits both from the stripe.
And getting to the line and hitting your free throws, a good way to get back into the game. It stops the clock and extends the game and allows you the opportunity to set your defense. They've been perfect from the line so far here in the second quarter.
Spurs trail by 6. And we've played just over a minute of basketball here in the second quarter. Mills with it, now guarded by Stevenson. Mills can't hit. The Pelicans have gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. And the dunk by Williamson.
When you've gained a decade or more of experience, this is what tends to happen. Holiday stand very patient, waiting for someone to break free.
Down low, here's Gay. Goes back up. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
That's his second personal foul.
And this is his third trip to the line tonight.
Gotta admire what he's been able to do at the free throw line this season. How about over 90%?
That's good from Rudy Gay. So both teams making some changes here. And good on the second, so he makes them both. And so Holiday will bring it up for the Pelicans. They've led by as many as 11 points. Their next game, playing at home, as the Nets come into town. That game marks the first half of a quick 2-game homestand. Now here is Holiday. He has 6. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
One of the better defenders in the league, Drew Holiday embraces the challenge.
Pelicans shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
And collectively, they're only about 73% as a unit right now.
And he knocks down the first one. And defending the top scorers in the league is no picnic, but Drew Holiday says it's fun for him.
That's what he grew up on. He comes from a basketball family. Defense was a topic of conversation at the dinner table.
Both free throws good from Holiday.
An all-star, a leader, Drew Holiday can be counted on night in and night out to make a difference.
And there's the pass to Harris. Here's Samanic. Right side, White. Passes it to Samanic. And it goes down 2 points.
Great job executing the offense. That pass on time and on point.
Now here's Williamson. Covered by Lyles. Rivers surveying the D. A floater. Wallace. And it's Samanic with the rebound.
And he thought he had a clear path to the hoop, but the defense didn't give up on that play and cut him off.
And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Lyles.
And he jumped out to that ball immediately. Great reaction on that deflection.
A little bit late there, but you tried to get into your opponent's head, force them to go somewhere else with the ball, and he did that.
Looking at who's out there now for the Spurs. Walker comes in for Trey Lyles, and Murray subbed in for White. Count it.
The floater is one of Rivers' go-to moves. His touch is so nice and delicate inside the paint.
Murray the pass to Samanic. Gay up top, covered by Hayes. Pass to Samanic. Harris outside. The 15-footer, and it's Samanic missing.
Not sure if that's the shot you were looking for, but it's a fairly clean look. Almost have to take it.
Stolen by Walker. Gay outside. Over to the wing. Murray right side. Back to Gay. Over Rivers. No good from Gay. Pelicans leading by 8. There's the feed to Holiday. And it's slammed in by Holiday.
And really an underrated playmaker. Williamson with good court vision and solid decision-making.
Time called here. The Spurs decide to talk it over. Smitty, lately we're seeing more deep three-pointers than ever before. Think you could step out to that 35-foot mark?
Hey, Kevin, I can step out there, but the question is, could I make them at a high percentage? And that's what's so beautiful now. You're seeing these guys step out further and further, but their percentage is higher and higher than it would be from others in my era shooting 35-footers. This is fantastic, but I do not want to see a 4-point line.
Here's what San Antonio's going with right now. LaMarcus Aldridge, he's checked in for Gay. And it's Johnson in for Joe Harris. Johnson against Stevenson. Pass to Alexander Walker. Ingram outside. Some nice passing here by New Orleans. The pass to Stevenson. 5 to shoot. From past the arc. Offensive rebound. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
The knowledge that Ingram possesses, well aware that the D is going to hack him in these situations.
This is his first trip to the line tonight. First one falls for him. Both shots good from the stripe.
And they're really getting more points at the free throw line here in the second quarter.
Murray against Rivers. Murray, no good.
Solid rebound there, and with the score like it is, that's an area where they can't afford to get lazy.
Fires from 18. He gets it in there. Ingram's got the lead up to 12 now for New Orleans.
Intelligent at realizing when to pull that mid-range jumper. Ingram is starting to figure it out offensively.
Now here's Walker. Murray outside. Aldridge with the putback. And Murray with the second chance points.
Explosive athleticism. Murray usually showing it with the ball in his hands, but he can also just go get it.
Now here's Hayes. Coming in off a 10-point game his last outing. It's Ingram on the wing. Nice D from Aldridge.
I like it. That's a great battle at the rim. He just couldn't finish.
They get it again. And that one's good. Samanic just got 4 points in the quarter.
How about the perseverance there, the extra effort on that offensive glass?
Stevenson passes to Alexander Walker. He doesn't hit that one. Walker with some nice D. He kicks to Murray. Back to Walker. Pulls from the top of the key. Pelicans with the rebound. Hayes has got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Here's Alexander Walker. Guarded by Walker. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. The Pelicans have been excellent at the free throw line here today, a flawless 6 for 6.
Taking 2 shots.
And the first one drops. So for the Pelicans, J.J. Redick's checked in for Lance Stevenson, and Ball subbed in for Austin Rivers. And so he makes both from the line. Spurs trail by 10. Now Murray. He's been a reliable scorer for him as he's averaging up over 13 points a game. Whistle blows. Yep, that's going to be a travel.
All right, a chance to take a look at some stats for Murray. Since the All-Star break, he has been superb. 2nd in steals, 5th in assists, and not many players convert opportunities inside as well as he. Top 15 in field goal percentage.
And back to your point, number 2 in steals, he's just a tireless worker. Plays that hard-nosed, on-ball defense. Most guys just can't disengage from him.
And that's how they're going to trim this lead. Play tough D, force some turnovers, and then push it in transition.
Ball, the pass to Hayes. Redick up top. He's guarded by Johnson. And Redick kicks to Ball. Feeds it to Ingram. That falls. Nice feed that time from Ball. 12 points for Brandon Ingram.
Throughout the evening, he's gotten to his spots, and the defense has not adjusted.
Murray, the pass to Walker. Here's Samanic. Spurs working the ball around now. Lets it go, and it's blocked.
He is just really almost playing for the other team. The shooting has just been poor.
Ingram finds Ball, and Ball slams it in.
And Ball is certainly capable of throwing it down thanks to his size. I mean, easily lifting off the ground and just finishing that one with authority.
And it's Samanic missing. And so it's Ingram who brings up the ball for New Orleans. Out to the wing. And here is Ball. He provides a good amount of offense for the team, averaging around 11.5 points a game. Out to Ingram. And stolen by Aldridge. Ingram with the steal. Passes it to Ball. Outside, Redick. Back to Ball. Pass to Alexander Walker. Over Walker. And he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim. Alexander Walker's got the lead up to 14 now for the Pelicans. Murray kicks to Johnson. Here's Samanic. Some solid defense from Ingram. The Pelicans have gone 8 of 14 in the second quarter on field goal attempts. And the wide open shot from Redick. The wing jumper off target.
Everything worked except for the outcome. You want him to shoot that every time.
Outside, Walker. Pass to Aldridge. To the inside. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. Nobody has been better at clogging the passing lanes than this group. We're the tops in the league in steals since the All-Star break. Second, DeJounte Murray.
Defensively, he's been a club. I mean, he has just been blanketing his opponents.
Alexander Walker passes the ball. With the teardrop. And that one is off. And the Spurs going the other way now. To end the drought. And that one's good. Samanic has got 8 points.
That's a nice read. The value of keeping your eyes up.
Ball, the pass to Ingram. To the middle. Rebounded by the Spurs. They come into this having outplayed Phoenix the last game.
Yeah, I think they prepared to face more defensive pressure, and that one didn't happen, and boy, they just rolled.
They came in focused and ready to play, and despite facing little resistance, they never pulled back.
Time called here. The Spurs decide to talk it over.
And the lack of rim protection, top of the list.
And it boils down to the question, toughness. One team showing it, the other allowing itself to be bullied.
So San Antonio goes with a fresh 5 on the floor. Here's White. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet.
And Ball using those long arms to just swat away that shot. I love the hustle. Always nice to have a point guard who can block shots.
Here's Lyles. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Phoenix. There's 1:17 left here in the second. Here's Mills.
Love the fact that Ball can use his length to annoy shooters. Make sure whoever he's on doesn't get off a clean shot.
Adams wide open. Sinks it from just inside the baseline. And the Pelicans lead by 16.
And a lot of teams avoid the mid-range jumper, but they seem to be using it well.
With the floater, the shot, no good. And it's the Pelicans taking it the other way.
It's been a rough quarter for him. Can't seem to find any kind of rhythm.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
This has been an impressive performance tonight. Even with a big lead, they've maintained their focus.
Now here's Mills. He's got 7. Misses in close.
He just doesn't look like himself this quarter. Something's missing.
And it also shows you how difficult this game is. He's just a little bit off, but it can result in missing everything.
Gay with it. 6 points for him. From deep. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. And so it's New Orleans closing out the quarter with a 20-point lead. From the field, they have been outstanding. Amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey everybody, good to see you back here on our halftime show. Well, actually, we can't see you, but you can see us, but you get it. Ernie Johnson, Kenny the Jet Smith, Shaquille O'Neal. You're watching the NBA on 2K Sports. The first half was all about Brandon Ingram. He had 12 points, 2 assists, and 3 rebounds. Kenny, your thoughts? How the Pelicans are playing?
I love how they opened the game up. They pushed the ball up court at every opportunity, and they put the defense on their heels. But it wasn't just a track meet. It was a well-thought-out strategy that the coaches had way beforehand. We'll see what adjustments get made to try to stop their transition game in the second half.
Shaq, let's get your thoughts on San Antonio.
Not pretty to watch how they get torched in the low post, Ernie. When they were playing defense in the post, you know me, Ernie. Barbecue chicken alert, barbecue chicken alert. This team is going to have to up the pressure, play more physical in the second half, start a fight, throw some bowls, let's go.
And that wraps up the halftime show. Third quarter set to begin in just a few.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. Brandon Ingram has been sensational.